This video will show you how to replace the temperature control blend door actuator on a Pontiac Grand Prix. This will be located behind your glove box. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. Now the actuator is going to be located in and behind this area, so we're going to have to do a little bit of digging. First, I'll open my glove box. We're going to have to remove the glove box. To be able to do that, we have to remove some trim panels first. Now as I look along the center of the vehicle, we can see where we have our heat selector switch. We have to carefully dislodge this plastic panel. You don't have to fully remove it. For this, you can either do it by hand or you can use a small prying device. I'm using a trim tool. Now as I mentioned, we do not have to fully remove this. This is far enough. Continuing on, we're going to remove this panel next. This has plastic tabs going straight in towards the center of the vehicle, so we're going to have to pull it out and away towards the glove box. We'll set that aside. We're pretty much done on this side of the glove box. Now we're going over towards the other side of the glove box and on the outside of the passenger side dash next. As we look along the passenger side of the dash, we're going to remove this plastic panel. There's a grab handle. Pull that out of place. We can set that aside. This plastic panel is next. Just take hold of it and pull it out of place. It has locking tabs going straight in towards the dash. Now let's temporarily close that glove box and we'll make our way underneath this area. So as we look down along this area, we have to remove this plastic panel. There's two push pins holding it in place. As far as these push pins, start removing the center to unlock them. You should be able to slide out the outer portion as well. For this, I'll be using my trim tool. We'll be leaving these in the unlocked position. Now we can slide that panel out of place. As we start pulling that down and away, you're going to find that you do have one light bulb connector on here. I typically just take hold of the whole thing. I'll twist it counterclockwise to slide that out of place. We can remove the panel. Now we're looking up in this area. Now with that panel out of the way, we can see our electrical wiring harness coming across the bottom of the glove box. We have to pry this out of place. This is the reason why we had to remove that panel. I'm just going to continue on with my trim tool. Now if that plastic did happen to break, that's okay. You can use a wire tie in the end. We just need to make sure it's secured. For now, I'm going to continue on to the next. Now we can pause under this area and let's prepare to remove that glove box. We're going to have to open it up. Now we can focus on the glove box area itself. The glove box is held in place with 4 Phillips head screws. You have 2 on either side. Now the lower screws on this are going to be a little bit more difficult than the upper screws, and that's only because we have a minimal amount of space. Now I'll do the next one just above it. And now on to the other 2 on the far side. Now for good measure, before I continue on with the last mounting screw, I'm just going to go ahead and remove everything from inside of the glove box so nothing falls out. Now I'm holding onto the glove box as I remove my final mounting screw. Now we can carefully start pulling this down and away. Just keep in mind you do still have an electrical wiring harness along the top area. We do not need to disconnect this. We can pull the harness out and away. We still have slack on the cable. We're not going to cause any damage. Now we can make our way inside this area. Now that we have the glove box out of the way, we have a clear view of our actuator. I'm going to start with my electrical connector. This electrical connector has a locking tab. It's right out in the open. I'm just going to use an angled pick so I can carefully pry out. I'll lift this electrical connector up and out of position and give it a thorough inspection for corrosion. That looks good. We'll set it aside. Now looking at the actuator, you can see that there's two 5.5mm mounting bolts. Let's go ahead and remove the pair. Now we can take hold of the actuator and remove it from the vehicle. This may feel as though it's stuck in place. There it is, friend. Now, before we install our temperature control blend door actuator, the next thing we have to do is clean and inspect our mounting area. For this, I'm just using a clean rag. I don't like to use any type of detergents. I'll just give it a quick wipe around where the mounting bolts would be. And of course, a quick wipe and a thorough inspection on the center shaft area. This looks good. Let's prepare for installation. Now, as we bring this into place, we need to make sure the center shaft sticking out of the HVAC box slides into the center port on the actuator. At the same time as that's happening, we also need to make sure our mounting bolt ports align. After that, we can go ahead and start in each one of those two mounting bolts. Now looking closely at this, I can see that both of my mounting bolt ports are aligned and my one alignment tab is aligned as well. This is completely pressed up against the box, so I'll continue on with my two mounting bolts. Now as for these two mounting bolts, we're going to start them both in and then we can snug them up. Keep in mind when you are tightening them, you are only screwing into plastic. Do not over tighten them and strip them out. Just going to double check with my ratchet here. And of course, we'll reconnect our electrical connector. Line up the locking tab area. That should be facing outward. And then press it down. Listen for a click, make sure it's secure. We'll just tuck that wiring in and behind this area. Now one last quick inspection in this area to confirm everything's properly secured in place and we can reinstall our glove box. Now when we bring the glove box into place, we need to make sure we align it. We're sliding it into the port. Now we're pressing it up as far as possible. At this point, while I hold pressure, bringing it in towards the dash, we can start in our mounting bolts. We have 4 Phillips head screws as you remember. Now I'm going to start in my mounting bolts. For this, I'm actually going to start in both of my upper mounting bolts and lightly snug them up. I do want to be able to move the glove box around as necessary for the lower bolts, but it's nice to have this held up as I continue on. Okay, still a little loose there. Once again, left it a little loose. Let's make our way down to the bottom screws. Phillips head screwdriver. Leave that a little loose. Onto the last mounting screw. After that, we can tighten all of them. Take hold of the glove box, make sure it does not move in any way. At this point, you can reinstall anything that you had removed from inside of the glove box. Now before we close the glove box, let's make sure we reinstall our plastic panels. Looking at this one, you can tell that I do have an area down at the bottom for one of my locking tabs for the outer panel. That'll be facing down and towards the outside of the vehicle. Now I'm just going to tap that into position here. Now it's time for the outer panel. As far as this panel, we have 3 locking tabs. Make sure those are aligned properly with their corresponding ports and drive that in towards the dash. Let's make our way towards the other side now. Now we have the panel that goes on this side here. We have slots for each one of the locking tabs. Line them up, press it in. Let's get this bezel in place as well. Just tap it straight forward. And we'll just double check to make sure it's properly seated in place. Now we can close the glove box and we'll make our way underneath the glove box for our wiring harness and then continue on to our plastic panel. Now on our wiring harness, you can see that we do have our 2 securing tabs. As I mentioned during the removal process, if these did happen to break, you can use a wire tie. Just bring them straight through the corresponding ports, bring this up, and then wire tie it into the secured position. Mine are still in usable order, so I'm just going to line them up, press them in. There we are. Let's double check to make sure that's secured in place. And now for the plastic panel, let's start with the small light bulb and its electrical connector. Line it up, turn it clockwise until it's completely bottomed out and secured. And now we can start bringing this up into position. Once you feel as though you have it in the proper position, continue on with your 2 plastic push clips. As for these push clips, you want to carefully start in the outer portion. Once you have that in place, lock it in by pressing in the center. Repeat the process for the other one. Double check to make sure that's secured in place. Okay friend, we finished the installation. Now the next thing you have to do is put the key in the on position and test the functionality. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.